sure you stir it up really good. Make sure that it's all cooked all the way through before you drain this oil, before you drain that oil up out of it. Too close. Now one more thing you want to do before you finally drain it, you want to make sure it's not sticking at the bottom, that you're able to, move it with no problem. I think it's ready. Time to drain. Okay, so we're draining it. I like to use these type of drainers, or you can use any drainer you want, plastic or whatever. I like using these. And when you drain it, I try to put the tip in towards the end and then slowly let it run in there. You see, just like that. And as you can see, nothing's stuck. There's nothing in there to stick. Now, one of the biggest things people do when they do drain their meat, they forget the most important thing, and that is to turn on hot water. Now, I'm not running no water on my meat. I'm just letting that run, for the grease, where the grease can drain down and drain, and your sink won't get clogged up. Because it's easy to drain these, cook, forget, eat. Next thing you know, you wake up the next day, you cut your sink on, you're wondering why it's not going down. So I usually let the hot water run a good, I don't know, maybe a minute or so. And to make sure all that grease and stuff has drained through. Now, what I also like to do is I like to see if there's still grease dripping. And as you can see, it is. I usually give it a little shake. And that usually solves that problem. Okay, so if you got a measuring cup, use a measuring cup. If you don't, find a little small glass or whatever. So what I do when I'm making the nachos is I open the packet first and I sprinkle it around. See how I'm like covering the top, and then I pour my water in. Oops, I just realized I don't have it turned on. Now, while I got that on, got my fire on high. So while I'm simmering or whatever, I gently mix it in. Okay, that's the first one. This is the second one. Oh, I kind of did it backwards, but pretty much from this point, pretty good idea of where I'm going with it. Same routine, mix it all in. Now this was, I believe, 3 pounds. So I'm using 3 packets. And this will be the last one. So if you want, now a lot of times, you know, people will add water to get that little extra out. You can if you want to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And you just mix it on in. Now here's the key part. I want to show you how you can pretty much kind of see, you know, barely the meat, if you will. The key is you want to cook that down. You want to reduce that down to where you see more meat than juice. And what I do is I put a top on it. I put a top on it and I turn my fire up high. So you're turning your fire up high, not just really so it can cook faster, but you want to try to seal those flavors and juices in as quickly as possible. And I know what y'all think. I know y'all like, you see it cooking, but it looks like it's too much. You added too much water to it. Trust me. Just look at it keep boiling and you'll see. Okay, so now it's time to finish it off. And as you can see, you barely see any of it. Oh, it's fogging up. You can see barely any of the juices, and as you can see that it's not sticking. We are done here. We can cut off fire off. Try not to fog up the camera. But I want you to see how I cook that down to where it's reduced to barely any juice. And the first thing I know a lot of people gonna say, well, is it juicy? Do it has any? Of course, you can see the juices in it, but you cook it down to a reduced level so when you go to put it on your plate, you don't have to scoop it, drain it a little, and put it on there. It's just ready and it's good to go. And this is the finished product. I mean, still not just gonna have to look that good, but that looks delicious. I don't even remember which one is mine, but you know, it doesn't even matter. Baby, you want to say anything? She don't say no. Y'all should have heard her before I started recording. She was playing with the grandbaby, singing and everything. This is delicious.